It's Tony T as we broadcast live around Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel throughout social media. We're going to get you out of here well before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's our live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. Shane Mickle with us. We welcome back Alex Smart to the drive-thru. Rod Azawacki, Tony Brown from Las Vegas, Nevada, Jay Briggs, Wayne Scott, and it'll be Brad Francis in here as well. Here's how the lineup for this evening. Smart, Francis, Brown, Mickle, Briggs, Scott, Zawacki, then I will close this one out. 15-game card here from Major League Baseball. We have picks from baseball today. Preseason football not too far away, but let's get the show underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Alex Smart back in the fold here in August after enjoying his month of July vacation. We'll bring Alex in right now. Alex, what's happening?
How's everything, Tony? Everything rocking and rolling well with you?
Everything's rocking and rolling, feeling great. We're August 1st between preseason football. Later in the month, we've got some college football. Week 0 ready to roll here. So lots of action here in August, and we're ready to roll here with baseballs. We're in the final 2 months of the regular season. Today being the trade deadline. Cardinals making some news. Moving out a pitcher. We'll see if there's any more action here on this from this trade deadline as we've now reached the deadline. But of course, news usually comes in a little later after 6 Eastern. But we'll look at this Twins and Cardinals game. Twins road favorites at minus 129, total 8.5.
Not surprised there's not more cards trades. They've been going on for the last 2 or 3 weeks about how they're going to trade away the whole team. But it has been one of those years for one of those seasons for the Cardinals. And but tonight they get to go against Pablo Lopez. He's 5-6 with a 4.13 ERA, and in his past 3 starts he has not looked good at all. He's allowed 5 homers, he's walked 6 batters, and that's just in 7 2/3 innings of, I'd say, fade material work. He's just not looking good, and neither are the Twins. I mean, they've lost 5 straight. They just got swept by the Kansas City Royals in a 3-game series. And now here, considering the Cards have had their best offensive production at home this season, scoring 5-point runs per game, it gives them a little credence and a little backing here, what I'm trying to say, and that is Minnesota's struggling. They're only averaging 4.2 runs per game on the road this year. It's an interesting interleague matchup. My own power rankings, cross-reference power rankings suggest that Nicholas did. Who got traded today? I didn't even see.
Flaherty. Tim Flaherty.
Flaherty. Oh, geez. I guess he's wanted around the league. So, anyway, make a long story short here, it's just one of those situations where the Cardinals have the edge here at home. Since the All-Star break, they really haven't been all that bad after the All-Star break. And just from a trends position, it's interesting to note they won 13 of their last 15 August games. And, they're famous for picking things up. And maybe they will now. Maybe if there's not enough big trades today, they'll feel a little bit more confident. The team will come together. They'll do something down the tail end of the season. It's also interesting to note Badelli has lost 21 of his last 33 games, road games, during a 5-game span where the bullpen has imploded, 7 or more ERA. They have imploded. The Twins have imploded. And really, they haven't had a great year. They've cashed only 44 of 93 games this year. If you were just to bet them consistently, you would have lost 21.65 units for a 16% ROI decline. So, with that said, we're going to take the Cards, and we're going to, looks like, take even or plus money here.
All right, we got Alex here with the plus money. Plus 116, plus 119. Do your shopping. Flaherty goes to the Orioles in that trade here to Baltimore. And, of course, the issues here with Minnesota is really they're hitting on the road just 228. Interesting to note that when they face pretty good home run hitting teams, these are teams that average 1.25 home runs per game or greater. They're just 13-32 against these powerful teams. So they've had some struggles here against these home run hitting teams.
Yeah, very much so. And the way Lopez has been giving up home runs lately, it should be very interesting. Another question for you, Tony. So over the last couple of days, I've heard so many rumors about the Cards moving all these players. What's happened today? Have you been paying attention to some of the moves, or some of the rumors coming out?
Yeah, Flaherty was the one moved here. I don't know if anybody really wants Wainwright. They've had some down seasons in that with that pitching staff, so that's was the only one they really want. When it comes down to it, it's neat. So the one question here is this Eduardo Rodriguez with the Detroit Tigers. There's a couple more dominoes right now. It's Snell and it's Eduardo Rodriguez, and Rodriguez has a no trade clause, so I don't think he wants. I think the Dodgers showed interest, but he doesn't want to move to the West Coast. Snell is an interesting story because Snell doesn't like to go more than 5 innings, and he's got something with his pay. That's the problem is that he'll go 5 and take himself out of games. I guess that's the inside story there in San Diego from a associate of mine is basically he'll go 5 and say I've had enough.
Wow, he's trying to save himself for more money down the road if he can save himself. Yeah, it's funny, it's a money business, and we have to always consider that when we look at anything that happens on a day like today. And even when on game day, we have to always consider where's the money, follow the money. So
yeah, well, when you got Steven Matz in your lineup, who's going to want Matz? That's good stuff. They don't have and Wainwright in the worst strikeout performance of his career. These guys are all down right now. Flaherty was about the only one they could get something for. Michaelis, kind of an up and down guy, right? Flaherty's the only one that just shows a little bit of consistency.
Right. Yeah, and that's why I thought that's who would go. But I'm surprised there's not other players like from the lineup that are gone. So we'll see.
Yeah, Ghost Schmidt, of course, and Arenado. Those are big contract guys. So I think they feel the pitching is what the issue is. They've got to get that pitching when you got Steven Matz in your rotation. I mean, you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
and Wainwright, right? You can't get him fixed. Those are two monster holes for the pitching, so they got to retool that pitching staff. I think they're happy with their everyday lineup. It's just that pitching's got to get better. So Alex here on the Cardinals plus 116 against the Twins, 7:45 Eastern time for the first pitch. All right, Alex, let's look over at Pick Dog Premier Action for an actual good profit over the past 7 days. All baseball today, nothing during the daytime. So we have 15 games on the board. Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I've got a best bet on board today, a nice value line best bet. So join me. Let's make some money and let's roll into week 0 of football. And let's just concentrate. Let's manifest a lot of cash in our pockets, in our bank accounts, in our bankrolls. Let's manifest it. Let's move forward. Thought, guys. Let's think it out.
Think it out. All right, get on board with.
I'll do more thinking for everybody if you want, but let's all sort of do it together.
Got it. Get on board with X-Spot over at Pick Dog. Great results over the last 7 days. So get on board with Alex. Of course, you get the long-term passes out there from Alex. The 7-day pass. Get all Alex Premium plays for 7 days. All his baseball and preseason football because he's already in action with a premium pick here from the Hall of Fame game, Jets and Browns. It's a total. So go ahead and get on board with Alex Smart. That long-term pass will include these plays, or you can buy them individually. But your best value right now, once you try them out with that 7-day pass, pick promo code. Use that promo code to check out. Save that 15% off. All right, Alex, as always, great having the show. Have a great night, and we'll catch up with you again in a couple days.
Okay, good chatting with you, Tony, and we'll see you Thursday.
See you Thursday. Alex Smart here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue on here on the show. Next up, Brad Francis in the Skype world. We'll bring him in right now. Catch Brad over at Pick Dogs Premium. Hope you catch his new video series. That parlay video of the day up here on Pick Dogs channel. We'll bring him in right now. Ready to roll here with Brad Francis. Brad, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, Tony? How are we doing today?
Everything's going great. Things going great. All right, here we go. Action from the baseball tonight featuring the White Sox and the Rangers. White Sox, a team that's had their struggles. They're going to be big dogs here. Rangers favored minus 187 with a total 9.5.
Yep, they are big dogs, and I think it's for a reason, and that's why I'm going to go with the Rangers on the run line here. The Rangers, they killed me over the weekend against their series against the Padres where they got swept, but I think this is a good bounce-back spot for them and a good bounce-back spot series for them in total here. It looks like it's going to be somewhat of a bullpen day for the White Sox with Schulten starting. The White Sox, they're sellers at the trade deadline. They traded away 3 of their pitchers, so this bullpen is already going to be depleted. And I expect this explosive Rangers offense to be able to get to the White Sox pitching staff tonight. Heaney gets to start for the Rangers, and I mean he's been pretty average, but so has this White Sox lineup. They've been even worse. So I think this is a good spot. I just don't see where the White Sox are able to keep up. Where I expect the Rangers to score consistently in this one. I mean the White Sox they're just bad. They've lost 9 of their last 12. So like I said, I think this is a great spot for the Rangers. Take them on the run line here.
All right, we got Brad here on the Rangers run line. They have the 1.5 minus a 103 here, or plus 105. Do your line shopping. Get the best numbers if possible, if you can. There are still some trade rumors, even though we've hit the trading deadline. There is rumors that Moncada is also on the market. No official announcement whether or not he has been traded, but his name has been circulating in these trade rumors. We will get some more trades here announced beyond the 6 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll keep an eye of Moncada. He's penciled in a lineup of third baseman here for the White Sox, but he's been rumored to be on the move, so we'll wait and see if he plays tonight. But yeah, the only issue here with this Rangers is the fact their bullpen's been beat up a bit here of late.
Yeah, no, that is true, but like I said, I mean, the Rangers, with their explosive offense, I think they're going to be able to score consistently in this one from start to finish. So it's really going to come down to if the White Sox can produce, and I mean, throughout the season, they've struggled to do that. So, even though the Rangers bullpen has been beat up a little, I still got faith that they'll cover this run line.
All right, Brad here on the Rangers run. Also make note here, and this may be very interesting, is the fact that big move the Houston Astros made could light a little fire on this Rangers team.
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, the Rangers are definitely buyers. They're making a run to try to win this thing. So, that's definitely in the back of their mind.
Yeah, Verlander coming to Houston probably got these Rangers focused now. Hey, it's going to be a fight for that AL West title this year. And again, it's very important to win that division. You don't want to be that wild card team, whether you host it or not. It's a one and done situation.
Exactly. You do not want to be one of those teams.
It's a long 162 game season. You want to avoid that wild card if you possibly can. Rangers have been leading the division, and you want to, from their perspective here, as we're now, I don't know if you call the last 2 months a stretch run. I usually think we save that till September, but we're now deep in the season. You want to win that division, especially the first 4 months of this season. We've got Rangers run line minus 1.5 runs, minus 103 against the White Sox. This one starts here 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Brad, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action. 15-game card here from Major League Baseball. What's happened over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir. I got my favorite play in the MLB today on the site right now. It's $19. Go check that out. And then for all my long-term pass holders, I got another play on there as well. So be sure to check out the 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, the Christmas and July special as well. All my plays will be on the site, pickdogs.com.
That's right, guys. Get aboard with Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs, a premium, a past 7 days showing good profit as well. Of course, Brad, with that $19 premium play tonight, get on board with that for Major League Baseball or the long-term passes here. We're on a Tuesday. That 7-day pass is great. Get all of Brad's premium plays for 7 days, all his baseball. If he's in action with that preseason game, that's also part of it. So get on board. Pick is a promo code. Save that 15% off. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, making that even a greater value there. All right, Brad, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again in a couple of days. Let everybody know about your video series now on Pick Dogs.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and I just realized it's August, so Christmas and July special is over there. But yeah, I'm dropping parlay videos every day on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel, so check that out. Trying to win some money, so yeah, like I said, every day, usually the night before the games, those get posted. So be sure to check that out.
All right, check it out, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications so when Brad's videos drop, you get them right away to get the best numbers. Have a great night. Brad, we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you, Tony. Have a good one.
You got it. Brad Francis here on the drive through. Let's continue on here on the show. So those of you sign in late, if you missed the picks, we'll recap at the end of the show. Let's continue on. Let's come on and welcome in from Las Vegas, Nevada is where we're headed to next to welcome in Tony Brown. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. So I think we're log in here with Tony Brown here. I think we'll get him set up ready to roll here in just a second. Tony Brown ready to roll here. Tony Brown, what's happening?
Tony T, what's going on out there?
Everything's going down. Things settling down in Vegas. Now we got through the fight.
Yes, the crowd is a little bit settling down, but the heat is still rising.
The heat is still rising. Just fortunately you're not in Phoenix. But it wasn't pretty mild enough for most of the spring, Tony Brown.
Yeah, the spring was okay, but the summer is killing us. It's been triple digits every day, and it only cools down at night to triple digits. And now it's August. Literally, it's going to be the hottest month on record. But we're only 4 days away or 2 days away from football. And then once September comes, we have 9 months of some of the most beautiful weather ever. So we can get through this last 30 days. I'll be okay.
Indeed. All right, Tony Brown, here we go tonight. We're going to be looking at this Brewers and Nationals game tonight at top of the hour. Brewers big favorites here at minus 155. And we see that total sitting here at 8.5.
Yeah, this one, I mean, there should be favorites for a reason. Nationals haven't had a great season or whatnot, and the Brewers have played pretty decent. But one thing that I like to use in my handicapping strategies is momentum. You know what I mean? Sometimes we get so caught up in who's good and who's this and who's that we forget to look at momentum. Tampa Bay started off like pistols, and then they went through like a 9-game losing streak, and people were just blind betting them because how good they were in the beginning. And I think that's the situation we have right here. The Nationals have dominated the Brewers in this building as of late. They played 6 games in this building against the Brewers, and they won 5 of them. And then overall, they've beaten the Brewers 4 out of the last 5 times, no matter where they played. Not to mention, the Nationals are 8-1 in their last 9 home games, including Game 1 of this series. So it's just like maybe they're not the better team, but for whatever reason, in this building against this team, they seem to get it done. And the Brewers, they're slumping. They're on a 4-game losing streak. So it's like I want to bet $1.50 on a team that can't win here, and they currently lost 4 in a row. It just doesn't sit well with me. So I think the Nationals definitely have a shot to win on the upset. I like the plus money right here. We only lose 1, but we gain 142. And that's my free play of the day today.
All right, Tony Brown here on the Nationals, plus 142, plus 147. Do your line shopping to get the best numbers. Yeah, Peralta has his struggles since losing teams, just 2-9 team record. Milwaukee at night games, 229, less than 4 runs a game. Peralta's ERA is over 5 at home. And Gray has actually shown some brilliance of late. Past 2 starts, allowing just 1 earned run.
Right. That's why I said we sometimes get caught so much in the numbers as far as just looking at the win-loss column. The Nationals are prime right here. They're on the run right now. They're currently good. Like, don't forget, don't take the whole season into play. Currently, who's one of the better teams? The National. And especially that home, 8 out of 9. They win tonight. We're talking a 90% win percentage. They lose tonight. It's still 80% at home. So, I mean, it's just stats don't lie sometimes. The numbers are too good to pass up, and so we won't.
Yep, stats don't lie, but they mean a lot to these young players like Gray, right? I think it's his 3rd year in the league, trying to solidify himself as a starter in this league. He can close out the season. I mean, look at his ERA at 3.27. That's respectable. Close that out, and you can make yourself a lot of money when it's contract time.
Super, and that's like over time. Like you said, his last 2 games, he's only given up 1 earned run. So, yeah, as far as for the contracts and for how these guys are set up, like Shohei Ohtani's going to get $70 kabillion, almost $1 billion. Of course, the numbers matter then. But I'm just talking about when you go up to the book and you see Brewers minus 150, you see they have the better record, they're the better team. You'd be like, oh, okay, I'm going to take the Brewers. Well, you delve deeper into this game. Nationals at home is almost a steal. And, I mean, including Game 1 of the series last night where they won outright as an underdog. So I'm just going to, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're going to keep on rolling with the Nationals.
All right, Tony Brown here on the Nationals, plus 147 against the Brewers. This one to have a start time here of 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Doctrine for tonight's action. So great profit here for 2023. 15-game card here from Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, we had a big card tonight. I only like 4 of the games. I put 3 of them in a 3-pack. You can get my Tuesday triple play. You can get it for a low price of only $35 for all 3 picks. And then I have my special play. It's only $19 today. It's my best play on the board, actually. I didn't put it in the triple play because I didn't want to get it caught up with the other games. 1 win, 1 cash out with this one, and it's only $19. So if you're serious about making some money today, you can't afford not to grab that one.
Grab that one indeed with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Pim. Great year results for Tony Brown, so get on board right now with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Pim. Plays up there tonight is his 10-star, $19 premium play. His power pick is up there. Long-term pass. But Tony Brown, here we are on August 1st, right? A lot of folks watching the show play baseball. You're in action baseball, but that 1-year pass is great for those folks grinding it out every day.
College football right around the corner. NFL literally 3 days away with the Hall of Fame game. The second half of the MLB with the postseason and the World Series. NBA is going to start back up just in a couple months over here. College basketball. If you're going to bet and you're going to win some money, getting that year pass is the best way to go, because if not, you're going to pay for all of those league games individually, or you might pay for the NBA pass or the World Series best bet. Like, that stuff can get expensive. With my VIP All Sports Pass, you get every single play I release from every sport, no upselling. You get the playoffs, the championship picks included, and it's only one low price, and you get it for 365 days. It's not just for one season. One price, one low price. You pay one time, and then you're locked in for 365 days. We make money all year.
We call money all year with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs. Go ahead and get on board with that 1-year All Sports Pass. Pick is the promo code. You'll save that 15% off. All right, Tony Brown, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great night. Enjoy Vegas, and we'll catch up with you again here in a couple of days.
Awesome, man. It was good to be here. Good to see Alex back from vacation, Brad back on the show. Everything is rolling, and I'll see you guys in a couple of days.
See you in a couple of days. Anything you're taking from this Raiders training camp?
I mean, you guys know those are loaded questions. Like, personally, yes, I'm taking that we're going to the Super Bowl. It looks like we're going good. We drafted the right players, and the Super Bowl's in our house. Jimmy G's going to be healthy. He's already been to a Super Bowl, so, yeah, I think that we should win it all. But the fact that we're even picked last to win our division, it's going to be an uphill battle. So I just can't wait for the season.
Yeah, wait for the season to get started. Probably not as bad as people think he is. I think he's definitely, at least it's serviceable. Maybe could upgrade here with the coaching here. We'll see how this rolls with Raiders coming up here for this season. All right, Tony Brown, have a great night. We'll catch up with you in a couple of days.
All right, man. Thanks for having me. I'll see you guys in a couple of days.
Tony Brown here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on, guys. Again, if you miss a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Shane standing by, and Shane right now. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also a written contributor to the site at Pick Dogs. And some of the folks do videos. Other of our folks here are contribute in written form. We'll bring in Shane right now. Shane, what's happening?
How's it going tonight, Tony?
Everything's going great. All right, here we go tonight. Phillies and Marlins going head-to-head here in Game 2 of the series. Marlins favored here at -127 with a total of 8.
Yeah, I don't know what's been more surprising for this Marlins team here, that Sandy Alcantara has struggled after being so dominant last year, or that even with the struggles, the Marlins team has found a way to win ball games. But I think this is a game that they're gonna lose. I understand that Alcantara probably had one of his better games of the season last game against the Rays. But overall, he's still struggling. I'm still not sold that he's actually back. The Marlins have lost 3 of the last 4 starts by Alcantara, and on the mound for the Phillies, me Ranger Suarez. He hasn't been dominant by any stretch, but you know what you're gonna get out of him. He's probably gonna go 5 or 6 innings. 5 or 6 innings. He's going to give up anywhere between 2 and 4 runs, and I think giving up 2 to 4 runs in this game is going to be enough for the Phillies to get it done. I think the Phillies bats find success against Suarez or against Alcantara. Alcantara's probably going to be chased early from this game, give up 4, 5, 6 runs, and I think there's plenty of value here with Phillies as the underdog, especially considering this Marlins offense isn't great. So I think this is a game where Suarez probably only gives up 2 or 3 runs going 5 or 6 innings.
All right, there you go with Shane. He's going to be on this Phillies team here against the Marlins at +113 in this contest. And, you know, I was talking to Big Al yesterday about this game, a bit about divisional records here. But, you know, Marlins have had their struggles here against the AL East in their division. They may have the scouting report of this Marlins team. They're only averaging 3.7 runs per game against the division. I think in all sports, probably more so in NFL, maybe especially in baseball, when up to last year you were playing 18 games against the division. You still play a lot of divisional games. Marlins averaging just 3.7 runs a game against the division, and for years the Phillies have had their scouting reports on this Marlins team, and of course Marlins on the Phillies, right, because they're division rivals.
Yeah, definitely, and the 3.87 is not good, but. Considering the rest of this Marlins, their average runs per game, I mean, it's not as low off their average. But yeah, it just shows you. I mean, they've really had to lean on their pitching this season to find success, especially in the division. When they've had the success, and it even makes it more shocking that the other guys outside of Alcantara have been the ones to switch it up, especially considering they gave the Twins that load of crap Pablo Lopez before the season started. Even though he hasn't been great, they did lose a decent starting pitcher, someone who's going to give you 5 or 6 innings. So it's been impressive. They've been good, but I think this is a game where, especially considering the value, you have to take the Phillies here. I don't think there's any value laying money at -127.
Suarez, team record behind him, 16-7 as a winning team. And a pitcher with poise on the mound, which I've noticed him, on the road, his ERA is under 3. Philadelphia is a hard place to play, but one thing with Suarez, he does come to the plate with a good poise, or to the mound here with good poise when I see him in action.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, even when he struggles, it doesn't seem like he gets really frazzled, or like it's going to be an inning where he's giving up 4, 5, 6 runs. he might give up that run, and then he goes out and strikes out the next batter, gets him a ground into a double play. So that's big. Avoiding it's going to be huge in this game to avoid that big inning given up.
There we go, Shane here. Phillies plus money, plus 113, plus 117. Of course, do your line shopping. Get the best numbers. Have accounts at more than one book. This one will have a start time here of 6:40 Eastern time. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dodgeman for tonight's action. 15-game card here from Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, tonight I got my play of the week. Top play, my favorite play of the entire week for $29.99. I also have a 3-pack, which includes that play. And then my 2 other best MLB plays of the week, or of the day for $39.99. But as always, long-term pass is the way to go. I don't think I'll be in action on the NFL preseason game this week, but there will be plenty of NFL preseason from me this season, or from the preseason. And then, we got college football starting at the end of the month. Technically kicking off at the end of the month. So get on that, that 1 month pass. It gets you NFL preseason, the start of the college football season, all for a great price.
That's right, guys. Got a burning with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium. As Shane was mentioned here, a long-term pass to way to roll in action with the 3-pack from Major League Baseball. Also, his play of the week from baseball is up there as well. But as Shane was mentioning, that 1 month pass is a great value. They get all of Shane's premium plays here for 30 days. That includes the entire NFL preseason. 3 weeks of preseason NFL. Also, week 0 college football is part of that. 1 month all sports pass. Promo code PICK at checkout will save you that 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, making it even a greater value there. All right, Shane, as always, great having the show. Have a great night. We'll catch up with you again in a couple of days, but they can catch you as well in written form over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat.
Yeah, definitely. We got baseball, of course, NFL preseason. But the Women's World Cup is still going on. The United States almost found their way out of the World Cup last night, but all of those games are covered over on Sports Chat Plays. So even though there's, people just think of just baseball happening right now, there's other ways for money to be made to pad your bankroll before football season. And I think the Women's World Cup is one of those. So make sure to check that out on Sports Chat Plays.
There's that place to check out Shane's written work over on the sites. So take a look at it. All right, Shane, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again in a couple days.
Sounds good. See you on Thursday.
See you Thursday. Shane Mickle here on the Drive to. We'll continue on here with the show. We'll welcome in Jay Briggs. Reminder, guys, if you missed any picks, we're getting people signed in right now. We do a complete recap here at the end of the show. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. Up next here, we'll bring in Jay Briggs, catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Bring in Jay right now. Jay, what's happening?
Tony T, what's going on?
Everything's going great. All right, we're going out to the West Coast tonight, to 9:45 Eastern with the Giants and D-backs. We see a competitive line here. Giants just minus 107, low total of 7.5.
Yeah, I think this is one of the better games on TV tonight, and I'm definitely going to be tuned in. And I'm taking what I call my third favorite team in the Arizona Diamondbacks. Man, I think they get this one done today behind my guy, Zach Gallen. Now, his last 3 games have not been pretty. They've all ended in L's, but I do think and I expect a bounce-back game for my guy in this spot today. The Giants, they kind of been struggling. Let's just call a spade a spade. They have kind of turned it around a little more here recently, but I'm not sold on them. I'm not. I think the Diamondbacks are due for some positive regression as they have kind of struggled as well coming out of the break. I think these are 2 50-50 teams. When I say that, I mean this game could go either way, and we see that with a competitive line. But in my opinion, I'm going to take the better pitcher in Zach Gallen, and I think this offense can do a little more damage here in this spot. So I'm going to take the road team that got the dub yesterday at the smaller price, the Diamondbacks on the money line.
All right, Jay says go Diamondbacks minus 111 here with the better pitcher in this spot is Jay here with Gallen. Of course, the concern here in this game is definitely going to be the bullpens, right? We saw the bullpen issue here with the Diamondbacks, especially in that road trip prior to this road trip. It was rough here. And, the Giants pitching staff was able to kind of handle that Boston Red Sox team, but that was a Red Sox team that has had trouble scoring on the road.
Yes, and this Diamondbacks did lose a bullpen arm today, and Chafin getting traded away to the Brewers. So, that's not something I want to see for a Diamondbacks team. This bullpen has already been struggling, but I think with their ace on the mound with Zach Gallen in a bounce-back spot, I think it's fair to say he goes 6 or 7 and limits exactly how much damage the bullpen can do. And with that being said, I trust the offense in this game just slightly more for the Diamondbacks, and I think they pull this one off. Win this game.
All right, here we go with Jay on the Diamondbacks. minus 111, minus 101. Guys, do your line shop because these lines may change. But, if you bet baseball every day, you've got to look and make sure you can get the best numbers. So it's very important here. Each team plays 162 games. So you're in action a lot in baseball. So you got to make sure you get the best number. That's why I always bring it up. And it does make a big difference, no doubt. And, of course, this game, right now we're showing Diamondbacks actually about minus 107, minus 11. I'm seeing minus 116. So there's a big variance in this line now. So, guys, check it out and get the best numbers. This one is started at 9:45 Eastern Time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Premium for tonight's action. 15 games on the board for Major League Baseball. A game here to begin here in 5 minutes. Great results in baseball, nearly 500 units of profit. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yes, sir, man. I'm just trying to keep the good momentum rolling forward. I have 3 plays today, and I have them all in a money-making 3-pack. You can scoop that up, $40. Or you can just get my favorite play on the board. $19 gets you that play. We've hit 12 of 19, man. We've been profiting really well on the play of the day every day, man. So if you want my top play, the play that I have the most money on the daily, it's usually my MLB $19 play of the day. So scoop that up, scoop of the 3-pack, and let's continue stacking some units in Major League Baseball.
That's right, stack units indeed here with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dodge Premium. Great results, 499 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dodge Premium. So get on board with Jay. Of course, use that promo code PICK at checkout. Save you that 15% off. He's got his $19 premium play on the board. Or we talked about that 1 month pass will get you the entire NFL preseason over at Pick Dogs from Jay, as well as all his baseball. And, of course, week 0 college football. Jay, everybody know, really great in preseason football.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, we had a really great year last year in preseason football. That was my start here at Pick Dogs, really, into baseball, rolling in the NFL preseason. Put up some great units, and I plan on doing the exact same this season. I'm somebody who is a degenerate. I love football, and I love deep diving preseason football. And I feel like if you do the homework on preseason football, you usually end up on the right side. And that's exactly what I'm going to try to do here this preseason. So if you're looking to bet preseason football, I believe I'm your guy. Hop on with me, man, and let's make some units coming up starting Thursday, Hall of Fame game.
Yep, Thursday Hall of Fame game, guys. So get on board with Jay Briggs. That 1 month pass gets you all of the preseason, also week 0 of college football, and of course Jay's 30 days of baseball with him as well. Pick is a promo code. Save that 15% off. All right, Jay, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great evening. But we catch you, a lot of you over at Pick Dogs, the NFL show, and of course you do the morning show as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all can catch me in the morning on the morning show with Mitch and Chris. Good laughs with them all day, and love talking sports with those guys. And then me and Mitch should be back tomorrow with the NFL show as we get ready to gear up for NFL preseason. So looking at some of the news and possibly going ahead and looking ahead at some of the schedule. So check us out tomorrow, usually around like 3 Eastern time is when we go live. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow as well.
Be on the lookout, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications so when Jay's live with Mitch, you get the plays in real time and you can catch that morning show as they sign in. All right, Jay, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again on the show. We'll catch you again on Thursday.
Yes, sir. See you Thursday.
See you Thursday. Jay Briggs here on the drive through. Guys, if you missed any picks, we are going to recap here at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And, of course, also make note. Someone was asking about the pitcher here today here for Toronto. I believe it's Hyun-Jin Ryu, who used to be with the Dodgers a long time ago, coming back from Tommy John surgery with that elbow issue. So he'll be in action tonight here for the Toronto Blue Jays as they take on the Baltimore Orioles. Hyun-Jin Ryu scheduled to start tonight here, unless there's been a change. Let me just refresh it, but I think that's going to be the pitcher tonight. So Hyun-Jin Ryu is no stranger to baseball. He's been around a while, and of course just been away rehabbing from that Tommy John surgery. I think he pitched 6 games last year as well, but has struggled. Has not been the same pitcher, by the way, when he went to the Toronto Blue Jays as he was when he was with the LA Dodgers. And we can say that a lot about pitchers, right? Once they leave LA, go to Toronto, they just don't seem to perform the same. There's been a couple that come to mind, and they just escape my mind now. Mitch White is one of them, right? Mitch White, boy, Toronto gave up a bundle for Mitch White. I think he's probably a bullpen guy now. Was in the minors last year after he was moved in. Toronto gave up a couple big prospects for Mitch White, and of course Stripling was another one that went up there, and Stripling couldn't finish. In Toronto was moved on over to the San Francisco Giants. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. Let's see. Up next, I believe we got him. Yep, we got Wayne Scott. Catch him over at Pick Dodge Premium. We'll bring in Wayne right now. There's no game in progress, so we should have sound from him right now. unless he's watching the horses. So let's bring him in right now. Bring in Wayne Scott. Let's see here. Give us a second here to bring in Wayne. Wayne, how's it going?
What's going on, Tony T? What's going on, Pick Dog family?
It's happening, Wayne. All right, let's get on here with the games tonight. Mets and Royals. A lot of Mets making a lot of news, but not for the right reasons, right? They're cleaning house here. So we got players that are trying to make the team. So here we go. Mets and Royals. Mets favored here, -147, total 9.5.
Yes, sir. And straight to it, man. I'm on the Mets today. I believe I am a value guy, but I believe the value's been kind of sucked off the Royals with their last 3 wins. And quite frankly, plus 130 is just not enough for me to hop on the Royals here. I had to be plus 170 or up, man, for me to hop on these Royals here. And I'm going to explain why. Mets 50 and 55 on the season, minus $1,200. But also Kansas City Royals, 32 and 75 on the season, minus $2,800. So that's a huge difference whether you want to see it or not. Both of these teams are 5-5. Both of these teams are 5-5 in their current position where they're at. Being Mets are 5-5 in their last 10 on the road, and Royals are 5-5 in their last 10 at home. But the Mets, as road favorites, they're actually 16-12 on the season, winning at 57%. While the Royals, if you just blindly taking them as home dogs, they are 15-25 as home dogs, only win 7% of the time. And both of these, as I just said, both of these teams are coming off a win. Royals are worse in the league coming off a win. So if you caught them in those 3 games, you was just good timing with them, as they are 8-23 after a win, winning only 25% of the time. On the flip side of that, Mets coming off a win, 24-25, winning at about 50% rate. We go into game 1, which we are game 1 of this series. Royals 2-8 in game 1 after a win. And the Mets 9-5 in game 1 after a win. Going into these starting pitchers, Katana coming off his 2 matches where the numbers look bad, but he actually didn't play that bad. It's just the bats weren't there. He walked a few guys in the New York game, but the game before that, he really played very well, and the bats didn't come. Greinke 1-4 in his last 5. 5.4 ERA, gives up a lot of home runs. He walks guys a lot game. It's just a couple angles where he can just go ugly for Greinke quick. I like what I'm seeing out of Katana early, and I like what I've seen out of Katana in the past. Mets bats, way more consistent than the Royals. Like I said, just not enough money for me to hop on the Royals in this one. Give me the Mets here.
All right. Here we go with Wayne says take the Mets, not the Nets, the Mets. We got that corrected. We're just waiting for the sheets, the Google Sheets to get in on the server here. But yeah, the Mets here, -153 here against the Royals. And of course, Greinke here on the mound, the veteran. He didn't move. I guess he really wanted Greinke. Quintana, 2 starts on the year, just 11 innings. Of course, he was dealing with that rib injury, but did put up some pretty solid numbers last year.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm banking off of. I did like what I seen from Quintana last year. And as I stated, these first 2 starts, normally when you coming off these early starts, that's when it's a great time to fade a pitcher. And it worked with him, but it wasn't because of him. It was because the bats didn't back him up. And I feel like the bats, they'll have no problem backing them up against the Royals with Greinke on the mound. I do feel like he'll get the support and get his first win tonight on the season.
Let's just see what the mindset of this team is. A billion-dollar owner with a lot of money, paid a lot of money, didn't work out for them. Of course, now they're painting the picture. Oh, they're just trying to clear salary for Ohtani next year.
Yeah, they better hope they get him because they don't waste a lot of money and they ain't producing the win. So they better bring somebody in that can help this ball club. I really don't think the Mets are as terrible as some of these other teams that I'm not going to mention right now, but I just think a lot of times when the Mets are actually playing somebody that's a good one of these mid-tier top teams, they don't bring it together. They might have bad pitching and they might get 5 to 8 runs, but just give up a lot more. Or on the other side of that, they might bring the bats out and then their pitchers not show up. They're one of them teams where they really don't bring it together too often. So I feel like they got it on both sides, but for some reason it ain't meshing.
All right, here we go. Wayne on the Mets here. We got that graphic set up. -153, -147. Do your line chopping. Get the best numbers against the Royals. This one to have a start time here, 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Pin for tonight's action. We got the Marlins and Phillies underway. That leaves us with 14 games on the board here for Major League Baseball. Of course, Wayne has been on fire for Major League Baseball for the year. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yes, sir. I have my 3-pack, and then I have my best bet on the outside of that. So 4 plays all together, and they're all for sale. My best bet is in my 3-pack though, and I have an extra one for my long-term subscriber. So you can get that either way, and pair me up one of these top handicappers if the 2-for-1 handicapper special for you, and let's get cash on the day.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dogs. Paying 1,411 units of profit for the year in Major League Baseball, among the league leaders. So get on board with Wayne. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. Save that 15% off. He's got a Major League Baseball 3-pack on the board. Also, his $19 premium on the board. Play of the day is up there. Of course, why not go long term? We're talking about that 30-day pass. Great value right now because we're getting some of these sports now finally start to overlap. All 30 days of baseball from Wayne, the entire NFL preseason, as well as week 0 of college football is in that 1-month all sports pass. So go ahead and get signed up. Promo code PICK at checkout. We'll save you that 15% off. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great evening, and we will be catching up with you again tomorrow.
Yes, sir. I'll be on here tomorrow, and I'm looking forward for this football season. Probably won't be indulging in too much of the preseason, but I'll definitely be just studying up at that part.
So indeed, study up. All right, Wayne, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right, Tony T. Thank you, Pick Dog fam.
You got it. Wayne Scott here on the drive-thru. Guys, again, you miss a pick. We're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Up next, Rod Zawacki. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, we do have on the board tonight, just to let you know, of course, Rod is our peripheral pick capper. 4 plays from the WNBA. We'll have a rundown from Rod on that. But first, we'll get to business here. We'll bring him in right now. We'll get his baseball pick for you. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll get him in the camera here in just a second. With Rod, you can also catch Rod on the weekends. He does make appearances on the weekend show as well. Also a fine contributor here on the drive-thru. We'll bring him in right now. So let's bring in Rod Zawacki. Rod, what's happening?
Not too much, Tony. Enjoying this Tuesday afternoon, and definitely looking forward to tonight's action. And as you said, there is a few games in the WNBA that have caught my eye. Make some money.
That's right. Trying to make some money.
Definitely. Hey, we made some nice money yesterday. See, when Walter comes on and starts barking,
right.
And Big Al's on the dog, it's over 70% hit, and you just blindly bet that Walter starts barking. All right, especially when Big Al's on that dog as well.
Yes.
Woo,
Again, that angle.
Over 70%. And I've been tracking that for, I'm going to say, coming up almost 2 years that I started tracking the Walter bet. The Big Al and Walter bet, been money.
Money. Walter barks, the dog comes home. That has been money.
The dog comes home, yeah. Yeah, when Walter's barking, the dogs are barking. And
it doesn't matter if Al McMorty locks the office, we can still hear that bark through the office door.
We did. We still heard it in the background. We still heard it. He wasn't right there. He was like, hey, I want to be in. I'm on the dog. Come on, let me in.
Let him in. And he was on the dog. That worked out pretty good. All right.
Great, yeah.
All right, here we go.
On to today, let's make some more money.
Let's get AL East matchup for the high-profile game. This is your TBS nationally televised game. Rays and Yankees. Rays favored at -109, total of 8.5.
Yeah, big game between these two powerhouse teams in the AL East. And you look at this will be the 9th meeting this season. The Rays have won 5, Yankees won 3. And you look at the pitching matchup here with Eflin going for the Rays. You know what? His split numbers, he's definitely pitched better at home this season than what he has on the road. But you know what? I like him here in this spot. And the Yankees, Rondon's getting the start for the Yankees. And you know what? This is only his, 5th start? He's slowly starting to see he's turning things around and pitching very well. His last game, he finally got the win and broke through. And he looked well doing it. So I think he's very improved, and so is Eflin on the road. You know what? I think he has a good start here. He's faced these Yankees once already this season and equated that to a win. You look when it comes down to the offense of both teams. Tampa loves hitting up on left-handed pitching, batting .262 this season versus left-handed pitchers. Well, on the other side, this Yankees team only batting .226 versus right-handed pitching this year. As I said, Tampa owns the season series 5-3 this season versus the Yankees. But you look at the Rays, they love beating up on these AL East teams. Winners of 5 straight on the road versus the AL East. They're also 4-0 in covering that run line versus the AL East. No need to lay a run line here with the Rays. Just take them on the money line. I think they get a nice win here over the Yankees.
All right, Rod says go ahead and take these Rays minus 106, minus 109. Do the line shopping, get the best numbers here. One thing I've noticed here with these Yankees, and of course even the judge back, is they just, the run. Where's the run production, right? The run production has been an issue here for this New York Yankees team. And of course, these night game numbers just have me baffled here. 29 and 38 in their night games, negative 13.5 units, hit just 216 when the lights are on.
Yeah, right? And you figure that's when the Yankees like to come and play. When the lights are on, they're in the big spotlight, and they're shining, and usually that's when the Yankees show up. Not this year. It's been awful. And as you said, the hitting has definitely been slumping. One Carlos Stanton in a big slump. He has not been producing anything whatsoever. It's been tough for the Yankees to score runs, and they can't score enough runs. As we see yesterday, they got one. Maybe they get two here today at the best. And if you're not scoring runs, you're not getting wins, and that's been a big issue for the Yankees. As I said, about 226 against right-handed pitching. That's a rare average to see for a Yankees team that's usually got a batting average that's way up there offensively, and they've had their struggles. I know, even with Judge out, they do play a little better with him in, but these Rays seem to have owned the Yankees, so take the Rays here in this one.
All right, we got Rod here saying go ahead and take the Rays. Lay that minus 106, 109. Of course, do your line shopping. We always talk about this. Make sure you get the best numbers when you place your bets, especially with baseball. Remember, each team plays 162 games. NFL teams play 17 in the regular season. That's why it's so important that you go out there and shop and have multiple accounts out there and get the best numbers. That's the way to roll. All right, peripheral day to day. Right, WNBA in action. Let's get started here. Top of the hour. ESPN Plus, ESPN 3 has Mercury and Fever. The Fever favorite minus 5.5, total 158.
You look at this, and you know what? These two teams, they love to play good games when they get head-to-head to each other. So I think this is a close game. So what you want to do is you want to take the points with the Mercury. You look the last 21 meetings head-to-head. Well, the Mercury's 17-4 ATS the last 21 meetings versus the Fever. They're also 9-2 in their last 11 trips into Indiana. Take the Mercury plus the points in this one. I'd even sprinkle a little bit on the outright win here. I think the Mercury got a great shot to beat this Fever team outright. I want to take the points. I like it. Put a little bit on the 2-1 on your money. The Mercury got a great shot to outright the Fever in this game.
All right, there you go from Rod. Well, we look here at WNBA Lynx and Sun. This one's ESPN, big ESPN. Sun, big favorites, minus 11.5. We see the total 163.5.
And we look at this one. We just seen this matchup where the Lynx outrighted the Connecticut Suns here on Sunday. But I think that was a tough spot for the Suns.
Yep.
The Lynx aren't going to go down without a fight. Kind of leaned a little bit. The Suns get a little bit of revenge here, and they cover this 11.5. But I think the over is the better play here, as both offenses come to play. Not a whole lot of defense in this game. I think the over 163.5 is the play here.
Over, says Rod. Liberty and Sparks going head at 10 each time. NBA TV has this one. Liberty laying 8. Total sits here at 166.5. Maybe Liberty playing up to those preseason expectations.
Liberty definitely playing up to them preseason expectations. They are definitely the solid number 2 team in the WNBA this season, and having money. The Sparks team, it is a tough place to go cross country to take on the Sparks here. So you know what? I would take the Sparks plus the points. I think Liberty wins, but I got the Liberty winning by 4 or 5 points in this one.
There we go. Late night game. We got Dream and Aces going head to head here. Better check social media. We don't see a TV outlet for this one. Aces, as we see a lot now, big favorites here, laying chalk 13.5 with a total of 179.
Huge spread here for the Aces, as we always know. But what they do is sometimes they take their foot off the gas in the second half. So what I like here in the first half is lay the points with the Aces. They've been money in the first half this season. 10-2 ATS have the Aces in the first half. I would lay the minus 9. I see it in places. Shop it around. You can get the 8.5. I see in some spots as well. But lay the points with the Aces in the first half, and then lay that 13.5. Even wait a little bit live. You might be able to get a better number live than this 13.5. But I like the Dream of the plus 13.5 because the Aces, they jump out to that first half lead, get up huge, and then they just cruise to the victory. They're not worried about getting the spread, covering this 13.5. They just want the win.
All right, there we go. Let's get a recap here from Rod Mercury Fever.
Take the Mercury plus the points in this one.
Lynx and Sun.
Lynx and Sun, we're going to take the over 163.5. I think both offenses come to play. Definitely got a track meet in this one.
And Liberty Sparks.
I would take the Sparks plus the points. I know the Liberty, number 2, a solid team, but that's a tough spot to go cross country. Take the Sparks plus the points.
And pick 4 your Dream Aces.
Aces in the first half, lay the points. They've been money in the first half, and then lay the points with, or take the 13.5 with the Dream, because I think they can cover this 13.5 late.
There you go. Look at that money line.
I know it's so tempting, right? But I know.
That's dreaming. That's called dreaming. That's dreaming.
That is dreaming. Yeah, I would think I like that. That'd be a nice money line to put in. But
look at that money line.
That's tough. That's a tough spot. Yeah.
On baseball side, Rays minus 106 against the Yankees, top of the hour, right? Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action. 14 games on the board in Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
And over at Pick Dogs Premium, I love today's card. I got a nice thump the bookie triple. And you get 3 plays I love in the MLB action. 2 goes up to $40. Or I've got my 10-star play of the day, 39 and 23 in the last 62 in it. You can pick it up singly. It's not included in that thump the bookie triple. Or grab one of those long-term passes, grab a 3-day, grab a 7-day, grab a 30-day, or grab a year. Jump aboard, use that promo code PICK at checkout. Or, even better, take a huge advantage of that 2-for-1 capper deal and pair me up with another one of the other hot handicappers over at Pick Dogs Premium. And let's continue to crush the books. Jump aboard.
Continue to crush the books. Got on board with Rod Sawacki over at Pick Dogs Premium. So get on board right now with Rod. You know that the play's up there for now. He's got that $19 premium play of the day up there. Also the triple 3-pack up there. But again, that 1-month pass. We're finally getting these sports starting to overlap now, right? Some baseball. We'll get you the remainder of preseason football. Week 0 college football with that 1-month all sports pass. Pick as a promo code. Save that 15% off. All right, Rod, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again on tomorrow's show.
Definitely. Have yourself a good evening, everybody. Smash that like button. Costs us nothing. Helps us out a ton. We appreciate everybody that tunes in daily to all the content here over at Pick Dogs. Have yourself a good night. Good luck with all your bets. We'll catch everybody tomorrow night.
Catch you tomorrow night. Rod Sawacki here on the Drive Thru. Guys, if you missed a pick, we're going to recap here at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the Drive Thru. It is now time for my pick. We'll get the game. We'll adjust the game here on the fly here. We're not looking at this game. We're going to be looking here at the late night game here tonight here between the LA Dodgers and, of course, the Oakland Athletics. If I can get the control here to work the way I want it to work. We're at the full odds here. I should do it this way. There we go. This is the button I use to move up the games. All right, we're going to go here to the late night game here. Dodgers Athletics. We see that the Dodgers big favorites here. If you like the dog, I wouldn't argue against it, considering Lance Lynn is on the mound. And if you're looking at a first 5, I wouldn't argue with that position either. But I'm going to be looking more at the total here in this one. We'll be looking here at over the total here of 9 here in this one between the Dodgers and the Athletics. I just want to verify the pitchers because when I saw Lance Lynn to start and that report came out yesterday, I scratched my head. Really, that fast? Okay, you're gonna come in that fast with him. I just want to verify that. I know Waldichuk was the scheduled starter. It's confirmed. Lynn and Waldichuk. So we got Betts, Freeman, Will Smith, Rosario, Muncy, Taylor, Outman, Hernandez, Rojas in there for this LA Dodgers lineup. I like this over the total in this one. Waldichuk will start. It's been struggling. ERA over 6. High whip, almost 2 base runners per 9 innings. 13% walks, home runs 1.7 per 9 innings. We know Lance Lynn here has had his struggles. ERA 6.5. The strikeout rate good, 27%, 8.5% walks, ground balls a little low at 38%. But here's the home run rate: 2.11 home runs per 9 innings. Don't forget the Athletics bullpen, an ERA of 6 on the road. Waldichuk, an ERA approaching 8. Whip approaching 2 on the road. 2 pitchers in bad form. We got the Athletics bullpen, one that I really can't trust at all. And I will go looking at the over here at that over 9 with this Athletics Dodgers over total of 9. And if you like the Athletics, I wouldn't argue against it. If you like them first 5 Athletics, again, I wouldn't argue against that one at all. But the one I like the best would be this over the total here of 9 in this one. Indeed. All right, guys, check out Pick Dog Stream. I got 4 premium plays on the board. $19 premium play is my best bet, and also a 3-pack for Major League Baseball, so get signed up. Also go with me with the long-term pass. You know, that 1-month pass will get you all my premium plays for 30 days. All of my baseball, of course, preseason football, and week 0 college football is part of that 1-month all sports pass. Pick it's a promo code to save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, making it even a greater value there. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Let's get to the recap. Alex got us started with Cardinals plus 116 against the Twins. Brad was on the Rangers run line, laid the run in half, minus 103 against the White Sox. Tony Brown was on the Nationals plus 147 against the Brewers. Shane liked Phillies plus 113 against the Marlins. Jay D-backs minus 111 against the Giants. Wayne was on the Mets minus 153 against the Royals. Rod says Rays minus 106 against the Yankees. I'll be Athletics Dodgers over total here of 9. The game I like the most. I believe I'm going to be. Let me double check something here. I believe I may be with Tony Brown today in this one. I don't very often agree with Tony Brown, but this may be the one time I do. I want to verify something. I do. I do agree with Tony Brown on this one, on the Nats here at plus 147 there. That'll be the one I agree on. All right, that'll do it for this edition here of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you guys tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. We'll do it all over again. Get out the place for you in real time. And don't forget, it always gets started with that morning show here during the week. It's 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time with Mitch. We got Chris and we got Jay Briggs there in the morning. Don't forget all the video series out here over at Pick Dogs. We got Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. Betting Tools Show. Mitch with the professional roundtable show. Chris with his home run prop video as well. Brad with his parlay video. Nick Menken, Nerfies, Yerfies. Mitch will throw in those Yerfies as well for you. And of course, Ron Romanelli with the Major League Baseball breakdown. A pick from every game from Major League Baseball board. Jay with his NFL show with Mitch again tomorrow. We'll expect that tomorrow as well. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Lots of content here on the channel. And of course, we've got many of the cappers here on the channel. Of course, contributing with a lot of the video series. Mills with his prop videos of the day. Can't forget that. Brad with his parlay video, as we talked about. So lots of content. Make sure you guys tune in. All right, we're going to wrap it up here. Thanks for everyone joining us in the show today. People in the chat room. Nicholas Handy, Rod, Wayne in the chat room. Rocco Rogers in there as well. Shout out to you as well. Nick Beats Vegas. Diggable Planets in there as well. And of course, Connie. Shout out to you. Dennis Sorrow. Shout out to everyone in there. We've got also John, Stuart Mims in there as well. And of course, we got TJ and more in the chat. So appreciate everyone's contributing on the show today. Malik not in there as well. Blake, as always, great contribution from Blake. Appreciate your folks tuning in to us. And we'll be back again tomorrow. We're going to do it for tonight's show. Let's bring in our crew from tonight. We will wake up. Hey, guys. You guys have a great night.